All right, well, let's switch gears a little bit.
Yes.
Switching gears.
I'm ready.
Finished my drink.
I'm right behind you, sis.
Whoopsie days. No, you're not. You're right in front of me. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of What Are Your Thoughts? I'm your host, Allie, and this week is part 2 of another sister chat with my little sister, Maddie. Last week we talked about, just life lessons with Mad Dog, caught up with her, had a good giggle, and this week we are talking about and answering questions of what do women do that we all do that we don't talk about. We just rapid fire read the responses back and forth, had some giggles. Disclaimer, this episode is not appropriate for young children ears. Maybe don't play it in front of your mom either. And just know that girls will be girls, and enjoy the episode. Hope you guys love it. And yeah, we'll dive right into it. We're just going to take turns and read. Obviously it's anonymous, but we're just going to read what the peeps had to say. So first, anonymous gal pal said, not shaving when I know I won't be seen or touched by anyone. That rings true. Mm-hmm. Like, no man's is coming near me. We don't need to shave.
We're just gonna let it flow.
We're gonna let it flow. We're gonna let it go. And we're gonna let it grow.
But I'm gonna be really honest. That never stopped me. Like, I don't shave for anybody. I don't care. Same. Like, my legs get,
legs, armpits,
summertime,
everything.
I don't...
Normalize hair on a woman's body.
It's fine.
But also, another disclaimer, if you like to be naked mole rat shaven, that is for you. If you don't, that's also for you. And
I'm just lazy, so that's my issue.
Yeah.
That's the personal problem that I have.
I'm like, shoot, my razor I haven't purchased one.
Like, oh crap, I'm out of razors.
All right, this is the next one.
Making sure my boob sweat doesn't stink.
Can't relate. I'm a 32A true and through and will die a 32A.
Well,
Mads?
When I said I was slim, thick, shady, I meant that. And I definitely, it's hot out. I get some boob sweat.
Yeah?
It happens. My major concern with the stink is, my armpits, to be quite frank.
Yeah.
I've never really considered my boob sweat stink.
Yeah.
I'm sure that contributes, though, if it happens. Mm-hmm. But that's a very real thing.
Very real.
Boob sweat is a very real thing.
Yeah. Definitely relatable. And what do you put under that? Baby powder?
I personally just
deodorant?
let it happen. Honestly, it's my body and it happens. Happens to a lot of people. People sweat. It's natural. But I have heard some little tips and tricks. I know some of my coworkers told me that they put deodorant under their boobs.
Okay.
Or you can get, talcum powder. Well, probably not talcum powder, but, something like that. Where just something that's going to absorb the moisture.
Okay.
Those are some little things that I've heard. I've never tried them.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to try it out.
But, yeah.
See what we can see.
But also, if you have boob sweat, let it fly. Who cares?
Who cares? All right, next one. Changing my panties 1,000,000 times a day.
Yes.
Facts.
100%.
You gotta change them. And especially if you're wearing a thong, that is literally floss on the crevice, the cracks, the dark parts.
I work an 8-hour shift, and then I get home and I have plans after. I'm not going to keep the same underwear on. I've been running around work all day.
No, we've been
absolutely
running.
No.
I probably change my underwear. Sometimes I would go through 3 pairs a day sometimes.
Sure. And then
in the summer, double it, triple it. When I go on a 4-day trip for work,
you have to bring 15 pairs of underwear.
I pack 400 pairs of underwear. I expect I will have explosive diarrhea every time I go to the bathroom.
Several times a day.
Several times.
You just have to plan accordingly. You never know.
You never know. Okay, this is the next one.
How much it sucks to have your bikini area because of ingrown. Oh, to shave your in. Let me try that again. How much it sucks to shave your bikini area because of ingrowns. I feel that.
I feel that.
Very much. And that's part of the reason, again, going back to the shaving, like when you're around someone, I just would rather not, like, most of the time, because I do get really bad ingrown hairs, and they're so frustrating and super uncomfortable.
All right, guys, sorry we got interrupted. My precious neighbor, Kathy, came over and delivered warm pumpkin oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, so we had to take a brief intermission to try these delicious cookies, and they were good. So we left off on shaving the bikini hair.
Yes, ingrown hairs.
That's not something I really experienced because again, we keep it 70s down there for the most part. I just don't want to deal with it. I got sugared for a while. I did the bikini waxes because my friends were doing it. But then I was like, why am I paying and then tipping, sometimes $70 a month to remove hair that God put there?
Right.
So, but it definitely sucks, and I've been there, and the ingrown hairs suck.
They do. They
suck.
They are the worst.
So, all right, moving on to the next thing. Hiding a tampon in your sleeve or bra on the way to the bathroom if you have no pockets.
I'm very guilty of that.
I always feel like I have a tampon in the sleeve, and I was actually just on my period the other day, and I have emergency tampons sprinkled in like all my bags and like drawers and everything, and I went through all the emergency tampons. So that wasn't mentioned, but that is something that I think all girls do, is like have
little stashes,
and like we always have them on us. So it's like this sense of like camaraderie when you're like, oh crap, I'm on my period, and some random girl's like, you need a tampon, and they just like hand it out, and it's like sticking out of their sleeve, and you do the sleeve exchange, and that is definitely like a girl power. That is a thing. So
that's definitely something too. That's like,
it's a tampon.
It's a tampon, and like every,
most
women have periods,
are
like
on their periods.
Exactly, and
it's
that's not something that we should have to hide, and it sucks that we do, because I'm definitely guilty of that. Like I will do that at work, or like I remember doing that in like middle school and high school, and it's like, why? Like I was too embarrassed to just take my backpack to the bathroom, or just like grab a freaking tampon and walk to the bathroom with it. Like it's not something you should be ashamed of. It's natural. Most women experience that.
Right.
It's silly.
It's silly, but we all do it, and it's just something we, as women, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Inferior? Is that the right word?
I don't know. Use it. How are we going to use it?
I was going to say, like, the inferior gender.
Well, that's how we're made out to feel.
No, the opposite then. The top.
Superior?
Superior. Women as the superior.
There you go.
Gender.
Yes.
We should not feel
ashamed.
Or embarrassed.
No.
Now I'm just copying you. Okay. Moving on to the next one. This one.
Buying the same piece of clothing in multiple colors. Oh, I'm so guilty.
If I had a quarter, put a quarter in the swear jar for every time I was like, oh my god, yeah, I love it. I have it in every color.
Yep.
Or just having conversations. Like I remember when I was at Granny's with Parisa, we went to Walmart and they had these like ribbed tank tops, and they were like $2.98 or something, and Priest's like, oh my god, I love these. I literally bought one in every color, and then I turned around and bought one in almost every color too.
Yeah, I have these stupid little tank tops from they're not stupid, I wear them every day. These tiny little tank tops from H&M, and they're like $3, and they have them in like so many different colors, and I swear I purchased every color and multiple of certain colors because I wear them every day, and they're so cute and comfy. Like, why would you not?
This dress I'm wearing from Amazon,
I
have it in like 4 different patterns.
As you should. It's adorable.
It's basically like a millennial version of a moo-moo.
No.
So
it's so cute.
It's comfy and...
But yeah.
Yeah, normalize buying something in every color.
Yes.
Because that's something
if it's something you feel good in, too, like, why not?
Exactly.
That way you're not wearing the same thing every day. Like, I mean, in a sense you are, but you can switch it up and have different colors.
It's like the modern day Doug. If you're too young and you don't know what that is, she's too young for you, bro. All right, next up is saying I'm sorry too much instead of thanks for understanding.
That's so good.
Touch on that.
I feel like that is something a lot of people are guilty of, and I know I'm guilty of that. You know, I feel like I constantly have to apologize for having a thought or an opinion or, you know, why do I have to be sorry for walking by somebody? Like, at work, I'll be like, oh, excuse me, sorry. Like, I'm just walking by. Like, I could say, excuse me. I don't have to be sorry. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong.
Right. I remember one of the older flight attendants gave me a piece of advice a couple years ago, and I don't practice it all the time, but this is just a good reminder for me to me. She said, stop saying sorry for things you're not sorry for.
Yeah.
You know, like people would walk on the plane and we'd have a delay, or there'd be weather, or we'd run out of something, and I'd be like, I'm so sorry, or like squeezing by someone in the aisle, like, so sorry, excuse me, so sorry, and it's like, why do women say sorry so much?
Right.
Sickening. All right, next one is plucking chin hairs.
I don't pluck because that hurts.
When you shave your chin hairs?
I shave my face. Like, my whole face.
Whole face.
It makes it feel like a baby's butt. Like, it's just makes it soft.
Shaving your face is not for the men only.
No.
And it's not for the bearded lady at the circus.
Definitely not, because that's her trademark. Like,
Obviously.
She wouldn't be the bearded lady without her beard.
Good point. You got me there.
But that's a very real thing. A lot of people do have chin hair. They do have hair on their face. It's not just a masculine thing to have facial hair. Like, women have facial hair too.
Right.
Well, I know a lot of women that bleach their upper lip hair.
If I want to rock a damn mustache,
do it.
I will. I don't have one because I was, some would say blessed, some would say cursed, with very, very thin hair everywhere. So I don't have a mustache. But
I do get that peach fuzz, and I do get it all over my face. Actually, I had to take, I had to get some, like, antibiotics one time, and they gave me steroids too. And I noticed it made me grow hair on my, like, right under my chin, like, and I was like, what? And it was dark, and I was like, I've never experienced this before. And I remember one of my coworkers actually was like, why do you have, like, such dark hair on your, like, neck there? And I'm like my chin. And I was like, first of all, I'm already embarrassed about it, and I know I shouldn't be, but I was already like, I just noticed this, and, like, this is different for me.
Yeah.
And to have someone call me out on that, I was like, that was unnecessary.
Right.
But, and I ended up shaving it because I was embarrassed, but it's like, why?
Why? All right, moving on to the next thing. I'll let you tackle this one.
Poop?
Poop.
Huh.
Do girls poop?
They do.
What?
I know this is groundbreaking information, but
Boys,
they do.
If you're listening, sorry, your earth just got
shattered.
Shattered. We poop.
It happens. Everybody poops.
We poop in the morning. We poop at night.
Poop in the evening.
We poop in the afternoon.
It happens.
We poop our pants. Just kidding. Not.
You know, life happens, and it comes at you fast. And
I think that's where that phrase shit happens goes from.
It definitely is. Shit happens. Okay, ladies. And it's okay.
And that's all we have to say about that.
Exactly.
All right, moving
Everyone
on
poops.
To the next thing.
Sex.
What do you have to say about that, young man?
Well, my mom listens to this, so,
I'll tackle this one.
Okay.
Most women have sex. And they have the sexual intercourse.
And it's not something that women should be ashamed of or embarrassed about.
Yeah.
It's such a double standard, and I know this has probably been talked about a lot.
But we'll just reiterate
we're just one more time. Touch on it again.
Real quick.
Men, typically,
yep. Preach.
It's more acceptable for men to have multiple partners, but when a woman does it, it's...
You're
a slut, or you're promiscuous, or
you're... hooker.
Right. And it's a double standard, and it's bullshit. Sorry for my language, but it's
unfair.
And also, like, if you're somebody that chooses to not
have
okay
sex,
that's okay too.
Yeah.
The whole point of it is owning your own sexuality and taking your power back.
Right. If you want to have sex, do it. If you don't,
then don't.
Then don't. And don't be embarrassed by it. And don't, if you want to be abstinent, more power to you. And
or if you want to have sex with yourself. Maybe we'll cut that out.
No, we are not cutting that out.
But my point is like, you should be able to make whatever choice you want and not feel embarrassed or ashamed.
And you should do whatever you want.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Right, and...
It's your body.
No means no.
It does.
And... See, even sex...
But yes means yes.
Yes means yes.
But sometimes yes means no.
You just have to use your words. Gestures, nods. See, even talking about sex with you is...
I know, it's like
not...
why are we all, like, clammed up about this?
I'm sweating.
Me too. But we shouldn't be.
It's such a taboo thing.
For some people, yeah.
I'm sweaty. But, yeah. Have sex with anyone, yourself or no one. We love you no matter what. Moving on.
Please.
Alright, on a sillier, lighter note, I feel like we tackled some of the giggly ones. Picking your nose while driving and flicking it out the window.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not guilty of that because I feel like I'm on display when I'm driving my car. Like, I feel like everyone can see me.
God put a spotlight. Yes. It's like reporting live.
And I know that's not true. I know people are more concerned with driving than, like, wondering what I'm doing in my car. But there's just too many windows, and...
I am so guilty of picking my nose.
Oh, I'm also just someone that's so offended by boogers. Like astronomically... offended by the concept of a booger. I hate everything about them.
I have truly the most embarrassing nose picking story.
Wait, please tell it.
I will. Alright, picture this. The year is 2020.
We're setting the tone.
I'm driving with my mom. I'm so embarrassed right now. I'm driving around with my mom. We're going to get burritos, standard, and the window is rolled up, and I feel a hard, thick booger in my nose, and I go and I dig, and I dig, and I get it out, and it's on my finger, on my thumb, and I go...
Thank you for clarifying.
You're welcome. We're at a stoplight. We're at a stoplight.
Okay.
So I'm on the brakes. I roll the window down a little bit with my right hand, and I have my left hand out the window and I start flicking it, and it's flicked out and it's gone. It's on the road or my car. The light turns green, and I look up, and I'm getting ready to drive, and I roll the window up, and my hand with the booger flicked. My left hand is still out the window, so I smash my wrist, my childlike wrist, into the car window.
Oh.
And, like, break the skin. And
Allie.
It left, like, this long, probably like a inch line bruise on my wrist because I was so...
You were panicking?
Panicked and embarrassed that I was, like, flicking a booger out the window. It got my hand stuck in the window. So if that doesn't say anything, I don't know what will.
There's nothing wrong with boogers. I've been traumatized one too many times by my brothers, so that's my beef with boogers.
Yeah, that's your take on it. All right, next one. Ice cream.
Ice cream in movies when we're sad.
That's just a thing.
That's just a thing. I mean,
nothing to be embarrassed about.
No, and I'm very much somebody that, like, I need my downtime, especially if I'm feeling drained or if I'm upset about something. Like, I like to just be alone and kind of, like, gather my thoughts. And so something like that for me is very, like, that's self-care. I mean, sitting down with a little snack and putting on a good movie and just, like, letting yourself be for a little bit.
Yeah. A little ice cream cone from Trader Joe's.
Yes.
And How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Right.
And a little tear.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. So, all right, next one. Spraying your vagina. Am I allowed to say that word?
I guess we'll find out.
All right. Spraying your vagina.
Coochie.
Okay. Spraying your cooch with perfume. Preface. Pants are on, though.
I think all women do that.
That's a thing. We all have gone through a Bath and Body Works phase where we
or the Victoria's Secret, like, body sprays, you know, where you're just, like bathing in it.
And you just the parts.
Like, I'm thinking back to, like, middle school, like, PE, or, like, even high school PE, you know? You're just, like, get fresh out of PE, and you don't want to be that person that takes a shower because nobody ever takes a shower after PE. Even though they're
Monday
there.
Monday morning, first period, you just ran the mile. It took you 28 minutes.
You just gotta give yourself a little perfume bath. And it is not a replacement for a shower, ladies. I'm just gonna clarify.
But when you
when you're on the go, like, and like, I've definitely, like, I see my friends do that. Like, they just, you know, you just gotta give a little spritz.
Yeah. We love it.
Just don't spray directly. Over the clothes.
Over the clothes. We all do it. All right, next one is the top right one. Left one.
Infrequently shaving our legs in the winter, but shave them religiously during summer and spring. Again, I don't shave for nobody. Like,
Maddie don't shave for nobody.
I will shave my legs if I feel like it. Like, if I have somewhere to go and I need to wear, like, a skirt or, like, a dress, like, sure. But on the reg, like, I don't...
No.
You know, it doesn't bother me.
Don't bother me. But I know girls...
But that is, that's a very real thing.
I know girls that have thicker hair or dark hair and they have to shave. Sometimes they get the 5 o'clock shadow at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, or they get cold, the goosebumps, and the hair comes back. So I definitely know that's something I've heard girls chit-chat about.
Yes. Because like Allie said, like, we were both born with just very fine hair. Thin. So honestly, even, like, my leg hair, it's like, I mean, it's dark, but it's nothing that, like, but I know for some people, like, it definitely, like, that's a very real thing, shaving, because, you know, but that's also, like, that's expectation.
Yeah.
To not have body hair as a woman, and that's just, I mean, if you feel better without body hair, then great, continue to shave, you know, do that. But also, if you're like, I don't feel like shaving today, and I'm going to wear shorts because it's hot out, then do it. Yeah.
All right, next one. Saying that's funny instead of actually laughing, and saying I'm sorry for anything and everything. Kind of already touched on that one. Mm-hmm. I just think, guys, you're not that funny sometimes, and we just pity you. There, I said it.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, there's not much. That's true.
Yeah, it's just something we all do. I don't know why we do it, but...
Well, because we're afraid of hurting people's feelings.
Yeah,
because we're people pleasers.
Yeah, because we're women, we're people pleasers. All right. Always, this is funny, I did this today. Always check your dress or skirt isn't tucked into your undies after a pee break. That's real, and that's, I mean, unless you're a guy and you wear skirts and dresses, which more power to you. That's just something all girls have to do. Yep. We all do it. Mm-hmm. All right, next one. I'll let you take this one.
Make strong conversation points and then end with, but I don't know. That is definitely something a lot of women are guilty of, and I know I am one of them. Like, like, it's unheard of for a woman to have, like, a strong, coherent thought like an intelligent thought, and so you have to kind of like invalidate yourself, and by like kind of softening it and making it like, oh, but I don't know, like,
but I don't know,
like I guess
like the sky is blue and it's 2020, but I don't know, it's like,
right,
no, you know,
right, and say it with your chest, like, just be,
we may have boobies, but we say it with our chest.
Right, but I think that also comes from a place of insecurity and feeling inferior, so you have to come off as, oh, you know, I'm dainty and I'm less intelligent than you, and that's not true.
No. It's simply not. All right. Okay, here's another one. Random nipple hairs and having to pluck them before the boyfriend sees them. Also, toe hairs or a slight mustache. Hair is normal on all humans, not just men.
Yes.
We already touched on that a little bit, but definitely plucking the nipple hairs is just...
Have you done that?
I have. I've plucked a nip hair.
I plucked a nip once on accident.
Plucked the nip.
And it grew back. It's fine.
Not all of us are blessed with a third nipple.
Hey.
All right. Let's see. Segueing into nipples. Another one is how women's nipples are shown on TV. Always hard and perfect and unrealistic. And here's the tea, she said. They use nipple stimulating cream. Soft nips aren't bad.
And she's right. And I didn't even know that. Like, that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
Because, like, you know, when you see some titties in a movie, you're like, damn, why don't mine look like that? Mm-hmm. But that's so true. Like, nipples are not always hard, and that's fine.
And if they are always hard, that's also
fine. Too. But, like, let's normalize soft nipples.
And that's a campaign I can get behind.
Because it's true.
That's my political
view. And it doesn't look like what it does in the movies, and that's okay, because that's natural. Like, having hard nipples, it happens sometimes.
Right, when you're, like, cold or...
or cold. Yeah, let's go with that.
I hope Mom doesn't listen to this.
I will run away.
I will just... Sorry, Mom.
I will cease to exist.
If this is my last episode...
You know why.
You know why.
Mama Rae came for us.
Mama Rae. All right, I got one more. It didn't end up in the question. It ended up in the DMs, but this is something that is so dang relatable, and I have never heard another woman talk about it. So she said, that pause you take and think, did I just start my period? And then finding the quickest opportunity to get to the bathroom. Please don't let this only be me.
Oh, I think...
We've all been there.
We've all been there.
But we've never really talked about it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly...
Like, I learned just this year from you what PMS stood for. So if that just goes to show... I'm learning a lot, okay? If that just goes to show how... we just, like, don't talk about certain things.
But why not? Why, like, it shouldn't be considered taboo. Like, and I'm just a very open person when it comes to stuff like that. And I talk to my, like, I will say that straight up to my friends. I'm like, oh my God, I think I started my period. And then I'll go to the bathroom and be like, oh, just kidding, false alarm. Like,
right.
You know, like.
You know me, I get those shooting sharp, like.
Asshole cramps.
Yeah. Politely said, straight to the point, those shooting butt cramps, and they're like debilitating. I'll like fall over, and then I'm like, it's here.
Also, why does no one talk about that? Like, everyone talks about, oh, like, you have cramps when you're in your period. No, it's not just a cramp. No. Like, it is
a strange force of nature shoved up there, and ouch. And then you're on your period.
Yep.
And we're not even gonna get into that. Because we don't have time for that. Hey, nobody got time for that. Mm-mm. But that was it. That was the last one, actually. Okay. So, thank you guys for writing in. That was
so much fun.
That was a really fun episode.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you again for having me in your life.
I didn't have a choice, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
You didn't have a choice because guess what, sister?
What?
Are you ready for this? I need the other hand.
You've known me
my whole life,
but I haven't known you for my whole life. Why did I know you were going to say that?
And these are the facts.
That is a fact.
And these are the facts. Well, all right, rapid fire. What? You ready?
No.
And then we'll leave them with this, if they're still listening. What piece of advice would you give to anyone that you saw walking down the street today that you felt it was just universal good piece of advice today?
Something that's always stuck with me that I learned in high school. When you lay your head on the pillow at night, out of all the encounters you had throughout the day, how many people did you leave feeling better about themselves or worse?
Ooh.
Just something to chew on.
And on that note, we're going to go have another drink and watch Rocket Man. So, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
We love the listeners, and we'll definitely have you back by popular demand.
I would love for you guys to hear my voice some more. I'm sure you're not sick of it yet.
Life Lessons with Mad Dog. Life Lessons with Eminem.
Slim Thick Shady.
You know where to find me on Instagram at _wateryourthoughts. And that's where you let me know.
What are your thoughts?
What are your thoughts?
I stole your punchline.
And I might punch you.
All
right. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.